Hey everyone, it's December 11th and it's a little over 60 degrees right now. I think it was really close to 70 degrees a couple hours ago. And yeah, this video is going to be me replacing the oil pump in the truck. Alrighty, I'm just about set up to drain the oil and drop this oil pan to replace the oil pump. And yeah, here we are at the old truck. So yeah, I got a few tools to help me this time. I actually got the electric impact to try and make it easy. But let's get under here. So drain plug is a 9/16. So let's get to it. I got to drain this oil and I'll leave it sit for quite a while. I'm not going to bother warming it up. Even though the oil's cold. Well, ironically enough, if you've seen my other video on replacing oil cooler lines, it looks like I'm going to have to take this filter and the oil filter adapter off again so I can get to the to some of these bolts that hold in the oil pan. I really don't think maybe once I get the filter off you could get around it, but since it's only the filter and two bolts, yeah, I would highly recommend getting it out of the way. Alrighty, looks like most of that oil is just about done draining, just dripping out a little bit there. So this is really interesting. I was looking for the size of the oil pan bolts, and I was having trouble finding it, and I threw this 1/2 inch on there, spun it around just to see if it would fit, and I thought it was spinning around the bolt, but apparently it wasn't. I was able to spin this one out by hand. I probably won't need my electric impact, but yeah, now's the perfect time you know, to show this as an example. This is what happens when guys use torque wrenches and they don't want to over torque stuff. There was like almost no resistance in that bolt at all, and that's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't use torque wrenches. Any good mechanic worth his salt doesn't need one. He's developed a feel for how tight bolts should be. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. I would imagine the rest are going to be just as loose. So yeah, anyway, the oil pan bolts are 1/2 inch. Alrighty, so yeah, one really positive thing about this oil pan bolt being so loose is I have a lot of oil underneath here. Most of it's been wiped off, but look, you can even see there's still a drop right here. But I have a lot of oil leaking out the back of this motor, and usually that means the rear main seal is bad. But with those loose oil pan bolts, you know, there's a good possibility that this oil pan just isn't sealed in the back, and that's why so much oil is coming out of it. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there, and yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is put this oil plug back in and start taking these pan bolts out. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna put this oil pan bolt back in. Alright, plenty tight. Alright, a lot of that stuff I don't need. There's the ratchet. So, I don't even have the ratchet. I'm going to see how loose the rest of these bolts are. And, yeah, it looks like this is going to take me a while. Some of these look like they're really hard to get to. Look, it would seem like, oh, this is just slipping around the bolt, but look at that. Is that it? Yep. Unbelievable. Definitely no excuse for that. That's one of the many reasons why I work on my own stuff. And yeah, it looks like this oil adapter definitely has to come out. So, unbelievable that let's see how many of these I can get by. Oh, that one, there was a little bit of resistance, but I broke it by hand. Wow, that's crazy. I know these are a pain in the butt to get to and stuff, but yeah, there's absolutely no excuse for that whatsoever. Well, that one's actually in there. So after working on stuff for years and years, I'm gonna guess that there's not gonna be any. Oh, I can actually see some silicone. Maybe. No, it's just the edge. Yeah, I don't see any silicone. I think that's just the edge of the gasket. Man, every time I put this thing on, there, I got it. Usually I always need the pliers to get it back off. Alright. Let that drain for a little bit. Oh, that's so loose. I can just spin it by hand. Look at that. Wow. It's absolutely crazy. Oh man, got lucky there. Alright. Now I'm gonna have to get a bag for this, hang it up out of the way. Wrap it around the exhaust. Yep, so nice. Those are a different size. Those are either 3/8 or 7/16 in the front. Wow, look at that. I don't even need the ratchet. It's crazy. Look at that. Oh man, I guess I'm just going to keep saying it every time. Look, you don't need tools to disassemble this engine. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go through this whole motor at some point. If it survives long enough. It's been running with really low oil pressure for entirely too long. Oh my god, look at that. It's barely on. Well, place your bets now if you think there's a gasket under here or not. Alrighty, so it appears that the front two bolts are 3/8. So this is exciting. Let's see if I can get this one by hand. Oh, that one's on there. Gonna have to use the ratchet. Giant washer. I thought it was the oil pan gasket. It wouldn't have surprised me. So it looks like I had to crawl under the back for the rest. Wow. Wow, another one barehanded. Without the ratchet, see what happens. Oh, I need the ratchet for one. If I could have gripped it a little better, I probably would have got it. Oh, really hope I don't have to take that starter out. I should be able to get around it. Go. Alright, that's everything. Except for this oil tube. Is there like a bolt I missed? Nope, it's just stuck on there. That good. On there. That should have fell off. Yep, I missed a bolt.